up? And it's leg day. I'm gonna call this proper leg day. Proper fucking leg day. Because it is quad focus leg day, not posterior focus leg day. Which means we're hitting leg extensions, which means we're hitting hack squats, which means we're hitting maybe leg press. I'm undecided because the leg press is awful. Potentially leg press or potentially some Smith squats. Smith machine squats, that's the one. As you can probably hear in the background, I'm currently watching Dr. Mike Israetel talk about SARMs and how they are bullshit. But I don't take SARMs. Whoever does take SARMs, crack on, do what you want. I just don't know enough about them and they sound a bit dodgy to me, and this video is most certainly making me double down on what I thought. But pre-workout, cream of rice, jam, cinnamon, salt, ready to get pumped, pump your legs, and it's just a very fucking good day in general. It's just a very good day in general, you know what I mean? It's a leg day for one, it's a high day for two, it's not raining, temperature's like 2 degrees, it's been -1 the last couple of days. It's a very good day. But I'm gonna scran this. This is fucking delicious, by the way, look at that. It's like a creamy triple chocolate cream of rice. Phenomenal. I'm gonna scran this. I'm gonna watch Baldy talk about SARMs, and then we'll get to the gym. We'll catch you in there. And actually, just before we go to the gym, I have realised that I am out of what I was gonna have post-workout, which was banana. So what I'm gonna do is just have one little crump of thin now, whilst that's gonna go in the toaster. Whilst I also, I've got a supplement problem. I've got a supplement problem, guys and girls, and that problem is I ain't got enough fucking supplements, man. So, no, clearly I've got enough supplements. So what we're gonna do is knock up a bit pre-dilla workout stim style. Obviously we will use the scales for this, as I am not a fucking hobgoblin. And I'm not gonna freestyle this shit. Hey, let me see. What we got here? 12 gram serving. I should know this. I've took it before. 200 milligrams for 12 gram serving. That's caffeine. I'm not too fussed about the rest. It just comes along for the ride. But let's have a look. What we got here? And I've covered this before. If your pre-workout goes like this, where it's like, I wouldn't like scrape it, it's a bit stuck. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just a bit moisture's got in there, so don't be a bitch, just scrape it up and fucking deal with it. So we've tossed in 15 grams, so 200 milligrams of caffeine is 12 grams of this. I have done like 1.25 of that, so it's like 250 milligrams of caffeine. Look at the colour on that, fucking lovely. We'll get the stirrer on the go while that crumpet's still toasting. And yes, I'm gonna have a dry before anyone sees anything. In the bottle today we have got Carb Drive, which is just a carbohydrate and hydration powder, along with some essential amino acids to help us with recovery, muscle protein synthesis, and overall jackedness. Oh, it's down the old hatch. It's crumpet thin. It's gonna get sorted out. And then it's leg day, so I'll actually, after this bit, I'll actually see you in the gym. There's no more in the house after this bit. I'm actually going to the gym. So I'll catch you there. Boosh! Well, I'm ready to fucking rock. Always stretch off, especially when I'm about to do a leg day. I've got really tight hamstrings, so making sure that I do actively stretch those hamstrings before getting in here to work, as well as opening up the hips with some floor stretches. All active stretches as well. So basically that means you are moving when stretching. It's not like a static hold. You're not like holding your leg stretching position. It's like a swing or an opening and shutting, something like that. Basically a moving stretch, so you can try and get further and further back and it just gets you sort of ready to work, not have as high risk of an injury. Starting as always on this leg day with the hip adduction machine. So need to check what we're playing with here, but I've done a little warm up, a little feeder now, maybe 3 or 4 reps at a higher weight, and then go straight into work. So one thing to keep in mind with warm-up sets, feeder sets, all those sort of things, is any work you do before your working set is, the purpose of it is literally just to get you primed for your working set. It's not to take anything away from your working set, it's not to cause any fatigue before your working set, it's literally just to get you ready to actually work. So warm-up set, you're looking at a high rep range of maybe like 40-50% of your max, maybe 15 reps, something like that. Just getting the blood in that muscle group ready to work and putting you through that range of motion that you're going to be working in. Feeder sets, looking maybe 80% of your 1 rep max, something like that. So essentially a slight heavier load, not as heavy as your working sets, but heavy loading, priming you, ready to take that heavier weight in your working sets. Because you don't want to go from like a 40-50% of your actual working set to 100% of your working set like that, and then you're just not ready for that load and it feels fucking really heavy. So in your feeder set, near your load, not exactly what it is, maybe it's 3 reps, something like that. You just get the intensity, the speed, the form, everything down, ready to go, just like in a working set, but just like 2, 3, 4 reps at slightly lower weight. So we'll find out what we're doing this working set and get into the footwear. 160 for 10 last time. So just fucking beat that, eh? So add a +2. So yeah, +2. The other fucking week was 12 by my count there. So hopefully you guys count the same. Oh fuck me. At 12 pounds a fucking grinder. But we got it. And that's what it's all about, the fucking grind. That's what we're here for. So we'll do this back off. Hit this back off and I'll show you it. Next up for use will be leg extensions. Might run both sets on that on the camera. But let's log this and see what we got for the next set. So 12 and we're dropping down to 145. Got 9 last time, so obviously getting 10 this time minimum. Obviously got the blocks out. Blocks are out. And you've probably heard us rabid on about this before, but it's just to give you that extra range of motion, that bigger stretch, and be able to take those quads much more lengthened right in on yourselves to stimulate that bit more growth, because you know everything counts. So see how this feels. Whoever used this before me today had the complete opposite idea of the way I do leg extensions, which I'm not going to say is a good or bad thing. Essentially, this was the worst possible range of motion you can get, and the leg extension was fully stacked with the additional mini weights on as well. So I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Oh, we did crack 10 out on the adductor machine. Had 1 plus on our battle set. Leg extensions, 160 for the first set, 160 for 10 we're looking for. We'll see how these go today. And then about off at 147.5, so we're going to be, what? I don't know how we got that. We'll back off at 145. I don't know how I got 147.5. Doesn't exist on the fucking machine. We'll back off at 145. Run for 8 to 12 both sets with a 2 second eccentric and 2 second hold at the bottom. Obviously that's just to make sure that we're keeping those quads under tension throughout the full movement. We're not letting it drop off in that eccentric portion, control it down, and then holding it under an isometric load when they're fully lengthened, when that's where you want them, fully lengthened under load for that bit more maximal hypertrophy stimulus. But all of that means completely jack shit if you train like a bitch. So the number one thing to keep in mind when training any muscle group for muscle growth is intensity. So are you pushing intense enough? And intensity has many driving factors. One is the actual intensity of a singular rep. So if you're sort of like half-arsing reps and then eventually you can't half-arse another rep, that's not pushing to failure, that's just half-arsing a fucking set. But if you're fully committing to every rep, fully intense, and then pushing through until you cannot commit to any more fully intense reps, and you end up failing one, that is failure. That's where you want to go. In this whole train with reps and reserve thing, I'm telling you now, unless you are like a mad experienced lifter who knows their body inside and out and has plateaued on lifts, you do not know how many reps in reserve you have. Simple as that. You could stop at 3 reps in reserve and you could have had another 5, and then you've just missed out. So always train to failure. Is to be honest with you, most people's failures are probably not a failure anyways, so fuck it. Throw caution to the wind and push on as hard as you can. Stop being a little bitch looking for the easier ways to, well, if I train with 3 reps in reserve, fuck off. Let's get this. That's a fucking feeling right there. Oh, my legs are going in my fucking spasm. Like orgasm, spasm, fuck on. Jesus, that's what you want. But I think we did get the +1. I have to watch our back to analyse the reps, but I think we got the +1. 11. We'll drop this off to 145. Run again after a little rest. That was fucking. Took it there, like we took it there.
And is remotely monitored by our 24/7. Please ensure you remain aware of your surroundings, listen out for fire alarms, and when training, use the equipment responsibly. If you or a fellow member needs urgent assistance, hit one of the red call points and our 24-hour team will be around ready to help. You may not see it, but we're always on hand.
You know what? Nothing beats the feeling of a leg extension. Absolutely nothing. Your squats, your deadlifts, your whatever you want to fucking see. That feeling, that burn of a leg extension is unparalleled. I fucking love it. But now, let's take these boys to the hack squats. Okay, trying to get in the fucking zone now. The number here is 5 to beat. 5.5 last time. I counted 0.5 as I got halfway up on that fucking 6th rep and couldn't get past the halfway point, couldn't get past that point of no return. But today, that's what's happening. We're getting past that point. Come on now. Was there one more? Maybe with a spot, a gym partner, something like that. And I went for one more, but couldn't see that. Coming back up, we'll call it a 6. We got the extra one. Progression's progression, even if you think there might be another half in the tank there. But just it's a bittersweet. She got a progression, but I feel like I should have went down on it for the 7th. But we'll go for it next time in. Battle set at 2 plates aside, that's 2.5 plates aside. Battle set at 2. And I think we're going for like 10 to 14, so it's going to be a fucking burner. Don't know why I took that off, but we're here now, talking into it like this. People think that the heavy set, let's put this back on there, fucking overdone. You know, people assume the heavy sets are where the fucking grind is, the hard pushing. No one gets wrong. Obviously you have to put your maximum effort, as Deadpool would say, into every rep to get those heavy weights moving. But these high reppers, 10 plus jobs on like a back squat is where you find your balls, like, because when that pain sets in and you're pushing up on the rep and it's burning like fuck, the only thing you want to do is rack it, but you know there's a few more reps in there. If you can push through that pain, that's where you'll find, if you've got a set of testicles or whatever it is women want to see for their version of minerals, that's where you'll find if you've got it or not. If you've got that in you to push through that pain and find those extra few reps. So the great thing is about a set like this, 10 to 14, moderately decent weight, and we'll see what I can grind out. Must be best at 13. Yeah, I was a fucking 14th in here. Went for it. Didn't quite get it, but you know, old friend of mine used to say, old coach of mine used to say, what Kiffy West, Chrissy McCready like, if you don't go, you never know. So fucking go for them. I've just been given a lovely excuse to fuck off leg press, as it's now taken. So I'm gonna jump on maybe the Smith squat, I think, just one set to complete fuck. So maybe 12 to 18 reps, something like that, and just see what I can trash out. But happy with that. Found my minerals and found my max. We'll get the 14th next time. You know what, against pretty much all better judgment in programming after leg extensions and hack squats, one of the last things I want to be jumping on right now is a free bar barbell back squat, just due to the fact that I need this free bar, complete support, stabilising everything. While when you get more fatigued, you want a bit more support really, so you should, if you're going to run this, you should really run this, maybe like leg extension if you want a pre-fatigue, and then into like a free bar barbell squat, and then into some sort of machine. It's like the other way around, or you could even start with the barbell squat, warm up nice and light, work you up your top set, bat off, move on to some isolations, something like that. But the worst way to do is probably what I've just done there, is isolation into machine into free bar, which is pretty much fucking backwards. But because of machine choice and the fact that I was wanting to go onto a leg press, which isn't available, and the Smith machines are not available, we are stuck on the back squat. So fuck it, didn't raise no bitch. Mama didn't raise no bitch. She clearly raised a fool, but not a bitch. So we're gonna load this up to maybe 100 and just see what we can come out with. See what the fuck goes, see what goes on here. Yep. Fuck. That last failure came out of nowhere. I thought I had that. And it just went. Legs just went. Can't be sad with that. Unexpected back squats. We some pushing through it. We've got hamstrings now, but some front leg curls, and then RDLs, riddlers. There's some more quads, some water lunges, and then calf raises to finish. And then we'll go home and get 3 or 4 of your finest crumpet thins into my fucking digestive tract, along with some fucking whey protein. Yeah, so smashing post-workout meal. I just watched that back. To count how many I got, and I still didn't count, so lost count in the set, lost count after. I think I got 9. But range is fucking can't even swallow that. Range is 8 to 12. Hit that 9. Plus 1, I think. I think I got 8 last time. Give me a look. Shit, that track. 8 last time, so we got the 9. Drop that down to 100. Try and keep the rep range. That's 110. But just one for tracking. So tracking your lifts. Should you be doing it? Is it important? Yada yada yada. Essentially, yes. For progressive overload, how can you progressively overload if you don't know what you attained last time in? How do you know if you're progressing the next time? However, for actual muscle growth, technically, you don't need to track at all. The actual activity of tracking lifts isn't what grows muscle. Pushing to failure, training with intensity, training with enough volume, recovering well, eating enough protein, eating enough food, all of that is what grows muscle. The tracking is just so then you have a good understanding of where you were last time and what you can try and beat this time. It's like if you were running a 100-meter race and your goal is to get faster, but no one ever told you the time, you could technically get faster, but you wouldn't know when it's happening, you wouldn't know what you did to make that speed increase. Outside off that running track, you wouldn't know how quickly you're progressing in speed, if you need a rest because your time has started to drop, anything like that. You will know if you're not tracking. So I would say track. If anything, if you don't like tracking, I would say predominantly track your bigger lifts, such as on your leg day. Track your squats, your leg presses. If you don't track your leg extensions or your hamstring curls, that's fine. Track your RDLs, track your deadlifts, track your big rowing movements, track your basically like the bigger movements for each muscle group, like a bench press, and it'll give you a good understanding of whether you're getting stronger or not, and you're progressing or not. Maybe if you don't want to track your pec deck, but you're hitting the top of your rep range quite often, so you just like, fuck it, I move up the weight. But you're not going to track this in like I got exactly 12 reps, I got exactly 30. Like then obviously your bigger lifts will basically go up with your smaller lifts is what I'm babbling on about. But I've had enough rest, getting this second set and then RDLs. Watch that back and form, but if they're good, that's a +1. I was a bit skeptical about this going in, as after my last video, I was going out on the piss, took it a bit far as usual, was an idiot, got back, rolled up a loaf of bread, kicked it at my brother, and in the action of doing so, went up in the air, landed horizontally on my back, so hurt me back a bit, so I was a bit skeptical about this, but it kept together well, good brace, pushed against the belt well, felt a bit of the pain coming through, but nothing to worry about, and just felt really tight in my left hammy there, so if we got the 6 in good form, I felt like my knees might have just been falling forward slightly, taking a bit off my hamstring, but we're watching back, and hopefully we're good. We can count that 6. By the way, we'll drop these 10s off. Going to a bat off. That was a 5 to 7. Got a 6. I'm going to a bat off of 8 to 12. 8 to 12. Thing is set for none other than what lunges. So we usually go for like a set of 40. What I've decided to do is spice it up a bit and go for a rep range on this again, so we can push up the weight and then start looking to increase weight. So weirdly, that bar there is 12 kilo. I don't know if it's weird or not, I've just not seen it before. In all my time in gyms, I'm not saying 12. But it is. So last time we got 52, so I put 20 on each side plus 12. So I'm gonna put the 20 each side and a 2.5 each side. 45 plus a bar, 57. I'm going to work in the rep range of, what do you think, 30 to 40? 34 to 44. Let's go 34 to 44, so like, what's that, 17 to 22 per side, and just see how this fucking works out.
Harry, what is this?
Fuck. I'm a proud owner. I'm a pretty insanely pumped set of fucking quads here. Yeah, they're just fucking solid. They're solid. That's what it's all about, and it how pumped your quads are is directly proportional to how attractive you are. Finish off with some, I believe, standing calf raises today. A couple of sets, because calves are important, and then get me so long, get some fucking crumpets in. No. 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 To be fair, I might just take fucking standing calf raise out altogether and use this, as that's actually really nice. Just a good stretch. There's no loading on my back, there's no loading on my shoulders to do the standing calf raise. So it's a nice movement. Yeah, fuck it. This is in the programme. Standing calf raises are out. So this is what we've been waiting for post-workout. Oh my days. 4 crumbled thins, whey protein on top, cinnamon berries. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Look at that. So it's for me getting a fucking IHOP, but packed with protein and not fat. I'm gonna scram the fuck out of this. I'm gonna cut this up as well. Watch this. 4 crumbled thins, walloped. That is a cross section you just want to make love to. And that's where we're wrapping this video up, because I'm going to do sexually inappropriate things to this. And I'm not going to have a camera on for it. But if you have enjoyed this video, drop me a sub, like it, and drop me a comment below, see what you want some more of. But this is fucking tremendous. I'll catch yous later.